Let's explain, if we can, in the simplest terms possible. I think it's wildly complex, but the Federal Reserve System, is it a government agency? Are these nominally private banks? To me, it seems like the ultimate sort of crony situation where government and certain banks collude to manipulate the supply of money and credit. Is that overstated?
No, I mean that's a short summary, but yeah, I mean whole volumes have been written about it. But yeah, I mean in 1913, the United States decided to change our system of money at Jekyll Island, and passed a law, created the Federal Reserve Act, and basically gave this collection of banks power over our financial system. So monetary policy, and they basically said the government officials are going to stay out of this. We're just going to trust these other people, and essentially they're just central planners. I mean, so free market people normally reject central planning, but in money, that is literally what the central bank does. They set the price of money. They set the supply of money. And when you can control the supply and control the price, it turns out you have a lot of coercion capability over the market. And people don't necessarily get how that theft takes place. They're busy measuring their wealth in the dollars. They don't ever think like, well, how's the even unit of measure changing over time? And when you look at it, a dollar has not kept pace with its purchasing power.
So there's I'm going to geek out on Austrian economics here for a second, but obviously Ludwig von Mises and Friedrich Hayek were highly critical of the shift from commodity anchored currency to fiat paper dollars. But I want to go back a little bit further because I think it's fundamentally relevant to crypto. The founder of the Austrian school, a guy named Karl Menger, talked about the natural evolution of money and the need for people to find a means of exchange, but they naturally gravitated towards things that held value, like gold, like silver, like things that couldn't be manipulated by some outside source. And no one told them to do that. It's just what naturally occurred. And what the creation of the Fed and fiat currency does is it severs that relationship, not all at once, but it severs the relationship between what you use to exchange for goods and services and what you've decided as the actor, as the customer, what holds value. And in a lot of ways, I think the emergence of crypto was twofold. One, you could have some trust that manipulation that you see from governments wasn't there, but it was also a way to escape the radical manipulation of government paper currency.